Influencers, the job of the new generation. Do you know what these people have in common? They need to eat like me and you. So let's check their diets to see what makes the difference. Let's talk nutrition. For our first influential person of the year, we have a man that is a psychologist, author, professor, and very, very controversial. J.Peterson is a very smart man that practices the carnivore way of eating, which their followers call the J.Peterson diet.
I've been on a pure carnivore diet for about 2 months and a very, very low carb, greens only, modified carnivore diet for about a year.
The stage 1 of this diet he calls steak, water, and salt. And this is because for the first 2 months he doesn't eat anything else besides steak, salt, and water. Oh god. This approach is also called the lion diet. And then he goes for the stage 2, the modified carnivore diet, where besides meat, he also eats some green vegetables. The benefits of this diet is that there's a lot of protein. He's not gonna be missing those amino acids. But even with the green vegetables, there is a lot of fiber and any other source of carbohydrate missing. The lack of fiber would probably lead for constipation or gut issues in general. So again, I'm not recommending you to follow his diet, but might be a good idea to increase your protein. Just don't do like J.Peterson. As the vegan diet, this is also another extreme for the other side, and there's gonna be complications as well. I like you, Jordan. But talking about someone that is very dedicated for his diet, we have a YouTuber that just became a boxer. And you probably know who I'm talking about already. J.Paul.
Paul should be fighting a real fight. At some point, you have to fight a real boxer, Jake.
I'm not going to respect J.Paul until he faces a professional fighter.
This man just demolished one of my favorite UFC fighters from Brazil, which is my country, Anderson Silva. He's not afraid to challenge people, and his diet showed the discipline. J.Paul's diet is very well balanced and clean, which could be explained by the fact that he's a boxer, always controlling his body weight to be in good shape for a fight. Jake likes to eat things like salmon, eggs, almonds, oats. He drinks a lot of water to stay in his best shape and also as a way to control his body weight, about 2 to 4 liters of water a day. He's always managing the amount of protein, carbohydrates, fats. So he's following more a general diet, which is completely different from the extremes of J.Peterson. Jake also likes to use a couple supplements, creatine, BCAA, protein shakes, multivitamins. Again, the information in the internet is not very precise, so I'm sorry Jake if your diet is not this anymore, but that's what I got from your video. He used to be at 210, but he lost a lot of weight recently because of this sport. Again, doesn't mean that following this diet as J.Paul did, you're gonna lose 30 pounds. Lost the weight because he's training insanely crazy. But talking about crazy fighters and influential people in the internet, I'm gonna give you his profile and I want you guys to put in the comments who do you think is gonna be, but pause the video, okay? This man is a former professional 4 times world champion kickboxer. Yeah, you heard right. He's also a businessman, multi-millionaire, and content creator. I mean, before he was banned from the internet. Created an online course for men to become rich. He followed a very restricted diet to keep his shape. I mean, not right now as well because he's in jail. And you guys probably already know who I'm talking about. Tate.
You have the youth, the masculine youth of the world, thinking for themselves. That's pretty scary to authority.
One of the biggest fatal mistakes any man or human being can make.
Tate says that he relies on intermittent fasting to start his day. He usually do not do multiple meals a day, and he follows a diet high in animal protein. But not fish, because Tate says that sushi is for as a way to maintain his physique and his level of energy. He states that he needs coffee to feel the power. Tate can drink a lot of coffee, up to 10 to 15 cups a day. I don't know how this man is not having a heart attack by now, but we can see the power. He also states that for his protein meals, he decides to eat 1 to 2 pounds of meat, which could be a lot for one meal, and these men do not like cheap stuff. He goes to the restaurants and he asks for the most expensive cuts. Andrew is definitely not a fan of sugar drinks, refined carbohydrates, and fast food. He tends to limit his diet in all the aspects of unhealthy food. So at the end of the day, after his intermittent fasting, he just eats 1 meal a day. He doesn't have time for lunch, he's not a businessman. And he tells people to never eat breakfast since this would be the worst mistake of their lives. But it was not always like that. Tate in the past was very poor and he didn't have that much money that he has today to choose the most expensive cuts. In the past, when he was starting his career as a boxer, he used to eat rice and beans. That was the only source of protein and carbohydrates that he could get. But that didn't make a difference for his dedication to become a 4-time kickboxer world champion. Talking about Beast, our next influencer is the most famous and biggest YouTuber of our generation and any other generation, with a number of subscribers that is impossible to count and every single day is getting updated. MrBeast's diet plan is not very complex. It's kind of similar to J.Paul. His diet is most composed of nutrient-dense foods. It's not very low in carbs, but not very high as well. He do not eat refined foods in general, and he strictly avoids any type of alcohol, junk food, dairy, or any sugar drink. He drinks a lot of water. He loves fruit juice. My man, I got you. And hydration drinks to properly supply the needs of his body. As far as the not very accurate information that I could pick in the internet, MrBeast makes 4 meals a day, which includes fruits, smoothies, juice, vegetables, a variety of meats, healthy fats, and complex carbs. And for some reason, as a lot of people think, no, he's not a vegan. And he has some crazy challenges involving food like the goat pizza or 30 days without eat. That I'm gonna be making a reaction with you guys later in the next video. My opinion, for someone that has a chocolate brand and a hamburger business, he's doing pretty well for his health and body weight. You just need to follow his diet. Oh, influencers are the job of the new generation, but that doesn't mean that you need to do everything that they do or go for the extremes just by eating meat or eating vegetables. See, each person is different. The best choice that you can make is looking for a dietitian. It does not mean that just because they are successful, that they are successful because they eat like that. Actually, most of them start eating like that after becoming successful. If you want to see more videos like this and want me to continue this series, drop your comment below, share with your friends, and as always, stay healthy and let's talk nutrition.